Welcome to the Daily App Show, iPhone edition. Today we're going to take a look at HoneyDo. This is an awesome application. It's a to-do list shareable between you and your honey or your family members, anybody else that you want to share a to-do list with. So I have both myself and my wife added to this application, and I even have her iPhone over here off to the side. And so what this app allows you to do is add things that you need done. You know, that, honey, can you pick up some milk on the way home kind of scenario, or hey, I'd really like it if you'd mow the lawn by the end of today, or whatever. This is a cool application that makes it fun to kind of get those things across rather than, you know, sending a text message or something and we tend to forget. This application changes all of that. So what you need to do is go in and set up an account, and you can have multiple accounts in here. So I went ahead and set up one for my wife and I just called it The Hills, and it shows that there's 2 members on there and it's hosted by myself. I can go and add another one by hitting plus, and I can either join or host a group. So if somebody else has a group out there that I wanted to join, I could go ahead and hit join, and then they just have to give me the group number. There's a little number that they can pull up on their device that will allow them to join the group. So that way groups aren't public. They do require permission to join. So all I have to do is tap host to host a new group, and I can give it a name and then create that group. So once I have a group created, I can start to add tasks to that group. Down below here you can see all tasks, my tasks, tasks that are unassigned, and create new, because you can create tasks and then just assign them to people later on. So let's go ahead and create a new task. I'll tap on new task, and we have these tabs here: who, do, and what it is that you get in return for doing this task. So I'm going to go ahead and put grocery shopping in here. So I type in grocery shopping, I choose who, and I have anyone, which would be unassigned, myself, and my wife in here. If I want to add a custom picture, all I do is tap edit picture, and then I can tap on the person and go and get a picture from my camera library to add to that person. So I'm going to go ahead and tap my wife, and then we've already entered in what the due is. Now the due is, let's put that for tomorrow at 4 p.m. We need groceries tomorrow before 4 p.m. Maybe because we've got company coming over for dinner, and so we need to make sure that we've got something for them to eat. And then here the payoff, which is love, money, payback, a gift, coffee, beer, cupcake, or you're in the doghouse if you don't do it. So I'm just going to put love, because of course my love is extended for going grocery shopping. So we've got a heart right there. When we're all done, I can hit send, and it's going to go ahead and send that off, and then it's going to add it to hers. Now see, her phone just beeped, and it says Jared Hill added grocery shopping to HoneyDo. So I can go ahead and hit view, and it's going to open up the application, and that will have been added. You can see right here it's added. If I go back to add tasks, you can see I've got some additional tasks here. So let's take a look at what that looks like. I'm going to go back to my phone here. Let's go to tasks. I'll go to all tasks. Well, let's go on my tasks, because this is my task. I need to mow the yard, and this is a real task that really needs to be done. What's cool is you can even add subtasks for this event too. So perhaps mowing the yard, that's not all that needs to be done. Maybe I need to edge it, and I need to do some other things too. And maybe my wife's been asking me to fix that broken sprinkler, or, you know, clean up that pile of weeds that she pulled last week or something. So I can add those items as subtasks. I can also reply, because, you know, when you start adding tasks and, you know, you want to reply, so you can say, I'll get on it. I'll get on it. Hit reply, and it'll send that message off. So you can chat based on these as well. Maybe I have a question to ask about this task or something like that. So now I can go and I can ask a question. Hey babe, what did you mean by that? Or which thing? I want to make sure I get it right. And then we keep a record of our chats here too, which is pretty neat. I can also reject it, but I guarantee if this is you and your wife using this app, you probably don't want to reject it. And then we can also set the alarm as well. It's been added to my calendar. Now when I'm done, I can check it off by hitting done and then going back. And so that task is now done, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. I can go and view it here, see that that task is done, and then of course when I go over to my wife's phone and I hit the refresh button in the top right, you can see now that that task is done and that there's even a chat icon there too. So I could respond with, "Thanks, babe," and hit send, and it sends the message off. Now when I hit refresh here, it shows that I've got a new chat message here, and I can view that as well. Hit reply and see, hey, there it is. She says thanks. Alright, so now let's take a look at editing the settings. We have the ability in here to check the server, change your account. But when you hit edit up here, you can go in and edit an individual item. This is where you get that join code here. You can see the join code. You can see the members of that group as well. And so what's really cool about that is you can add additional people to that group, like my little son when he's old enough to have an iPhone and of course have some chores. I will of course be adding him to this app as well. So this is a really neat application. I am super excited about using this application as a way for my wife and I to keep our tasks for each other organized. So if you're looking for an application that does that, makes it easy for you to sync those over the air across each other, definitely check out HoneyDo in the App Store today.